Hello everyone. I begin this talk with an observation I have made. Growing up, I always thought that people like artists, dancers, musicians, writers are the most creative people. Now that I look back, I realize that this wasn't really my opinion. We have been brought up in a society that considers creativity to be synonymous to talent. My notion about creativity changed last year when my friend messaged me a doodle she had drawn. It says 2020 depends on how you view it. This doodle was simple yet significant. I was stunned when I saw it. I thought she must have copied it from somewhere because according to me, she was not someone who I considered to be creative. But as it turned out, it was her very own idea, and that made me wonder whether our perception of a creative person is completely skewed. Isn't every human being a creative soul? To give you an overview, creativity has been the basis of every human invention. Creativity leads to an idea leads to an innovation. The idea of a rocking chair comes from the combination of a seesaw and a chair. Two brothers wondered how a pilot might balance an aircraft in the air just as a cyclist balances his bicycle. They then went on to create the airplane and came to be known as the famous Wright brothers. An engineer got inspired by a kingfisher and redesigned the Japan's famous bullet train. Before we understand our creative potential, we first need to know what is creativity. Simply put, creativity is an idea that has the power to give unique solutions. Creativity can be divided into two parts, convergent and divergent. Convergent creativity is the one that searches for unconventional methods to solve a problem. For example, I'm in the school and I'm sitting on a chair that is rocky, which means the length of the legs of the chair is uneven. A simple solution to this problem would be that I change the chair myself or ask someone to do it or completely ignore the problem. But a convergent creative solution would be that I take out a piece of paper, fold it and place it beneath the chair. Now, divergent creativity. It is that kind of creativity in which ideas are generated in a spontaneous, free-flowing and non-linear manner. Albert Einstein and Thomas Edison are said to be the most divergent thinkers. But the real question is, what is creative potential and how we can unleash it? Imagine in a group of 5 people, I give you a backpack and ask you to climb a hill. You are climbing and climbing, wondering what might be in the bag but never opening it. Your friend asks for water. You open your bag to not only find water but food, GPS, tent equipment and everything you need to survive. This backpack is like your inner self, full of creative potential you have no idea about. Creativity is a realization. You seem to possess it the moment you realize it. The way you dress up every morning is your creativity. The way you arrange your room is your creativity. The way I'm presenting this talk is my creativity. Your sense of humor also talks about your creativity. And this includes all those lame jokes. I have a friend who has a knack to break down every single word and create meanings out of it. For example, what is history? History is someone telling his story. The reason why some people are able to identify their creative potential and some don't is because creativity is not groomed when we are kids. Teaching and parenting should encourage creative learning rather than rote learning. A study says that every child is born creative but loses creativity as the child transitions into life. In a research done, a child was made to learn A for apple. The next time someone asked him, his instant answer was A for apple. Another child was made to learn the phonetic sound of A. A says a. The child was then asked to identify various objects in the room beginning with the same sound. This is how you groom creativity. In our brain, there is a compartment for creative functioning that has to be put to use since the very beginning of life. Everyone is born with certain amount of creativity, though this creativity is different in everyone. Everyone has an innate inclination to be creative in one area that gets reflected in various ways. This creativity can be unleashed by being curious about why certain things happen the way they happen. Think of curiosity as nutrition your brain needs in order to grow. Creativity will not only help you navigate through your life, but also be immensely satisfying. It has the power to make your everyday life seem interesting, inspiring, and fulfilling. Every object in this world has a creative mind hidden behind its existence. In order to be creative, things do not necessarily have to be aesthetic. The basic idea of creativity is taking an idea from somewhere, manipulating it a little, and coming up with something new, different, innovative. A creative mind is the one that sees information from the world around it, relates it with their experiences and existing knowledge in order to create. We are living in an era where we need creativity to solve problems that not only concern you and I, but the entire humanity. These problems need creative solutions, and for that, we have to sow the seed of creativity in the garden of our minds. As Albert Einstein said, creativity is intelligence just having fun. Thank you.